I haven't done any philosophical or spiritual interest type stuff in a while. I don't have that big of an audience for it, but that's mainly what I'd like this channel to be. The main Hills and Streams channel, or Hills or Streams channel. I'm going to have a Hills and Streams channel for my nature videos and a Workbench channel for my electronics videos. Try to separate things out a little bit more so it's not one all jumble and don't turn people off who are only interested in a third of my videos. But that's going to be a slow evolution. Anyway, I thought I'd just try to force out a video on where I am and what I've been looking at spiritually lately, philosophically. I've been reading a lot of philosophical type stuff. Most of it's beyond me. I try to follow a couple guys. Can't say his name. Kent Van. He's a Janus term. Not saying it right. I was listening to a lot of a guy who just disappeared all of a sudden, all at once. Kind of a strange chap. He English guy. Conference report. He just up and disappeared. He would do some really bizarre. What's the word? Not pornographic so much, but vaudevillian. I don't know, vaudevillian. Some real strange videos, but he'd also do a lot of philosophical videos. I was kind of strange. I was kind of surprised, rather, that he came out as an atheist, as a real firm atheist, real down on the Sheldrake, real pro what they did to Sheldrake. They really shut that guy up on TED Talks there. A lot of people are kind of grumbling about that, the way he was just dismissed, for saying something that wasn't within the box of what people normally want to hear. And Tom Campbell, I've been listening to quite a bit. Really, YouTube Enhancer has changed a lot of ways, and the MP3 players I've been featuring on my channel too, together, have been changing, allowing me to watch a lot of these long lecture videos that I normally wouldn't have time to watch. Since I can listen to them in audio while I'm driving, and I drive quite a bit, I drive all day for work, and I commute quite a ways back and forth between the two places that I own. At any rate, I got a lot of time behind the wheel to listen to these long lectures. So being able to pull them down and convert them to MP3 has been a real godsend to me. I hope they don't put a bug in that too quickly. I'm sure they will. At any rate, listening to a lot of Tom Campbell, I've kind of gotten to a saturation point on him where he's got just an enormous amount of stuff, but it's getting a little bit repetitive at this point. So I probably won't listen to everything he's done. Scott Mandelker, I've been listening to literally everything he's done, 2 or 3 times, most of them. Yeah, I originally started picked through a couple terms, a couple topics of interest, and read all those, watched all those. But I'm quite impressed with the guy. He's not perfect, but he goes pretty deep, so it's nice to listen to him. Very intellectual guy. A little too much in the head, but he really understands the law of one. He teaches, real big in the law of one, mainly via Ra, but he also relates it to Buddhism. He knows his Buddhism very well, different flavors of Buddhism. Speaks very authoritatively on those topics, relating everything together. So it's been very interesting to read his videos, or watch them, listen to them, I should say. I listen to him more than anything else on MP3 format. So I've listened to his whole Law of One series. I'm actually, maybe a month back, but I've been slowly building back up to that point. I literally started from his first videos and worked my way all the way forward. And I'm almost caught up at this point. But the Law of One really does explain everything. It really is there isn't much arguing. If you understand with what he's putting out there in his instructions, in his lectures, there's not a whole lot of argument to it. Certainly you can deny all that, but if you're you're halfway on the path of truth, truth will ring true to you. And it really simplifies and explains a lot of things. You know, it basically goes back to the Buddhist idea. You know, it's a big ocean of love and mercy or whatever, and wavelets appear. You know, like we're the wavelets, and you know, eventually the waves go back in the ocean. You know. So the whole thing about individuality and ego is kind of a play of Maya. You know, it's the same old Eastern rap basically, but it's the deeper understanding of it that's hard to grasp sometimes. Anywho, that's what I've been doing and listening to. For the most part lately it's been Mandelker and a little bit of, still listening to a little bit of Tom Campbell and others, you know, of course. Antivak, I wish I could say his Janist name there, Antivak or whatever it is. He's been going through a series on India, which I found very interesting. I highly recommend his videos on his latest series on Atheism versus India Revisited is what he's called.